Welcome back to Grammar Grade 12. I'm really glad you're here. This is Unit 7, Lesson 52, and today we look at a small family of pronouns you use every single day, the ones that end in self or selves. They seem simple, but they quietly do two completely different jobs, and there's exactly one place people trip over them. By the end of this lesson, you'll know which job is which, and you'll never misuse one again. Let's get into it. Today, in Unit 7, we look at the pronouns that end in self or selves. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Here's the interesting part. These 8 words do two completely different jobs. Sometimes a self word is doing real grammatical work, pointing back to the subject. That's the reflexive job. Other times, it's just there for emphasis, adding a little punch to a noun that's already in the sentence. That's the intensive job. Same words, two very different jobs. Once you can tell them apart, you'll also spot the one place people misuse them. Let's take it step by step. First, let's meet the whole family so none of them surprises you. In the singular, we have myself, yourself, himself, herself, and itself. In the plural, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Notice that every single one is built the same way, a pronoun plus self or selves. And notice what is not on this list. There is no such word as his self, and there is no such word as their selves. You'll hear people say them, but they simply aren't standard English. The correct forms are always himself and themselves. Keep this short list in your ear, because these 8 are the only self words there are. Let's start with the reflexive pronoun, job 1. A reflexive pronoun is an object that refers back to the subject. The doer and the receiver of the action are the very same person. Look at this. Maria taught herself to paint. Who did the teaching? Maria. Who got taught? Also Maria. The word herself loops the action right back to the subject. And here's the test that defines a reflexive pronoun. It is needed. Remove it and the sentence breaks. Maria taught to paint doesn't quite work. Taught whom? The reflexive pronoun is doing real grammatical work as the object, so the sentence can't spare it. She helped herself. They blamed themselves. I hurt myself. In each one, the self word is the object the sentence depends on. Now job 2, the intensive pronoun. This one is easy to spot once you know the trick. An intensive pronoun does not act as an object. It simply emphasizes a noun or pronoun that is already in the sentence. Listen. The principal herself apologized. The word herself isn't receiving any action. It's just underlining who did the apologizing. The principal, personally, no less. I fixed the leak myself. Again, myself only adds emphasis. It insists that I and nobody else did the fixing. And here's the beautiful test for an intensive pronoun. You can lift it right out, and the sentence still means the same thing. The principal apologized. I fixed the leak. The meaning survives, so we know the self word was only there for emphasis. Here's a single test that sorts every self word into its correct job. Ask one question. Can the sentence spare it? Take the reflexive first. She taught herself Spanish. Try to remove herself. She taught Spanish now sounds like she taught the language to someone else, or the sentence is simply missing its object. Because we can't lift it out cleanly, herself is reflexive. The sentence needs it. Now the intensive. The mayor himself cut the ribbon. Remove himself. The mayor cut the ribbon. That's a complete, sensible sentence with exactly the same meaning. Because we can lift it out and lose nothing but a little emphasis, himself is intensive. So there's your rule of thumb. If removing the self word breaks the sentence, it's reflexive. If the sentence sails on unchanged, it's intensive. Before we practice, one warning. This is where self words go wrong. Because they sound a bit formal, people reach for them when a plain pronoun is all that's needed. But a self word can only be reflexive or intensive. It can never simply stand in for I, me, he, or him. Here's the classic slip. Jay and myself went to the game. That myself is wrong. It isn't pointing back to a subject, and it isn't emphasizing anything. It's just standing in for a plain pronoun. So it should be, Jay and I went to the game. Same thing in the object. She gave it to Sam and myself. Wrong again. It should be, she gave it to Sam and me. And here's a trick that never fails. Drop the other person and listen to what's left. You'd never say, myself went to the game, or she gave it to myself. Your ear catches it instantly. Say, I went, gave it to me, and the compound version follows. Let's boil it down to a quick check you can run on any self word. 1. Does it point back to the subject and serve as the object? Then it's reflexive, and the sentence needs it. 2. Can you remove it and lose nothing but emphasis? Then it's intensive. It's just there to add weight. 3. Is it merely standing in for a plain pronoun like I or me, especially inside a compound? Then it's a mistake. Swap in the ordinary pronoun. Reflexive keeps it, intensive drops it, and a self word is never a plain substitute. Keep those 3 questions in mind, and let's try some sentences. Time to practice. In this first set, I'll show you a sentence and 2 choices. Decide which one is correct. Think about whether the self word is doing real work or just standing in for a plain pronoun. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. Jamal and blank organized the fundraiser. I or myself? The self word here isn't pointing back to anything, and it isn't emphasizing anything. It's just part of the subject. So we need the plain pronoun. Drop Jamal and listen. I organized, not myself organized. The answer is Jamal and I organized the fundraiser. The twins taught blank to juggle. Them or themselves? Who got taught? The twins, the very same people who did the teaching. When the object is the same as the subject, you need the reflexive pronoun. So it's the twins taught themselves to juggle. The governor blank signed the bill. Himself or his self? This is an easy one once you know the list. There's no such word as his self. It simply isn't standard English. The correct form is always himself, and here it's intensive, emphasizing the governor. The governor himself signed the bill. Here's the second set. Same idea with a few new twists. Watch for self words hiding in compounds and for those non-standard forms. Pause and choose before I answer. Please save a seat for Wendy and blank. Me or myself? The self word here isn't reflexive, and it isn't emphatic. It's just filling an object slot in a compound. Drop Wendy and listen. Save a seat for me. Never save a seat for myself. So it's save a seat for Wendy and me. The hikers found blank back at the trailhead. Them or themselves? Who did they find? The hikers themselves. The finders and the found are the same group. That calls for the reflexive pronoun. The hikers found themselves back at the trailhead. The players blamed blank for the loss. Themselves or their selves? Just like his self, the form their selves isn't a real word in standard English. The correct plural reflexive is always themselves. So it's the players blamed themselves for the loss. Let's gather it all up. The self words do two jobs. A reflexive pronoun points back to the subject and serves as an object the sentence truly needs. She taught herself. An intensive pronoun only adds emphasis to a noun that's already there, and you can lift it right out without changing the meaning. The principal herself apologized. And then the one trap. Never let a self word stand in for a plain pronoun in a compound. It's J and I, and to Sam and me. And remember, there is no his self and no their selves. When you're unsure, run the remove it test, or drop the other person and trust your ear. Next time, in Lesson 53, we'll tackle who and whom in questions and subordinate clauses. One of the trickiest choices in English, and one you can absolutely master. I'll see you there.